Welcome back to Rock and Rattle Retreat. If it's your first time, welcome. We are building a house on top of a mountain, off-grid. No electric poles up here. We're going to have solar. And that's where solar is going right there. And we're getting some drywall. We got some drywall. Now we're going to do a little bit of, I don't know what you want to call it, prep work for other things. So I got some black paint, some flat black paint. And of course, I don't want my hands all black, so I'm putting on gloves. Do this before the paint comes out. I say these gloves are not that great. Don't last that long, but they help. Okay. Alrighty. Get this lid off. And stir it up a bit. I mean, it just came from the store. It should be pretty much stirred, but you never know. They always say stir it. So I'm stirring. And then I put some in a little container, so I'm not dragging the whole gallon around.
Are we a good girl? Yes, we're a good girl, aren't we?
And then we're using the lift. Because I gotta go all the way to the top. Look at there, we got drywall. You've been with us for a while. You saw the drywall. Now we're gonna have to paint the drywall. And that's another big project. But you see this beam up here. I want it to kind of blend in up here. And I'm not really wild about encasing it in other wood. So I'm going to paint it flat black and see how much it disappears.
Magnets in this basket. There we go.
If at all. So if you stay with us, you'll see the drywall get painted. Hopefully you'll see, stay with us long enough, you'll see us putting, I believe what we're doing is pine board on the ceiling. That's going to be a while yet. But I'm going to paint this beam flat black to kind of, disappear against the pine board. But I want to paint it before we paint the rest of the drywall so that we don't get black on our actual painting of the drywall. So up here I need a little light sometimes to actually see that if you got it painted or not. And we're at the other end of, no, actually on the other side, aren't we? And we're going to see what it looks like here in a minute. Yep. Flashlight to see how it is. And the way they put this together, it's 3 LVLs. And you can see there, you can see each beam separate. Each LVL. So I'm taking some of that plaster they used on the drywall mudding and filling in all the gaps between the LVLs. So I'm trying to just make it flat. That way it kind of blends in better and you don't see that there's 3 separate LVLs up there. Hopefully it'll look like one piece of wood in total. I just get it smoothed out enough, filled in enough. Don't drip too much on me. Enough of this on here that it kind of blends flat. It takes a lot of this mud to do that. And then a swipe with a bigger spatula. Kind of gets it flat, fill in the low areas. And then another swipe. See what we got. Get the edge a little bit. And you can tell I'm up here a ways. Alright, going down. There's the loft. Yep, gotta paint all of this eventually. Oh my, that's gonna be one big project. Okay, afterwards, painted it black. Looks like one solid beam now, all the way through. And then, guess what we gotta do? I'm gonna put ceiling fans up here and lighting. So to start with, we're going to mount the ceiling fans to see how much light they produce before we determine how many lights we're going to put up here in the loft. So in order to do that, we need an electrical line all the way up, which if you look close, there's some on that beam going up, post. But what I'm going to end up doing is running it in that groove up there between the ceiling and the beam. I'm going to paint the Romex black to blend in with the beam. But first, I need to drill a hole where the ceiling fan goes. So I want to measure, see how far I need to drill up. Put a little painter's tape on there so I don't go too far and poke a hole through the ceiling, because that would be bad. Having a hole actually in the roof and water coming down. Ugh, bad thing. So I don't want to go any further than that, hopefully. And then, of course, get the drill out. And the secret weapon is a cup. So there's a hole in the bottom of the cup. It's a plastic cup. And there's tape around the top edge to give it some form. Plastic, not very great at keeping its form. At least thin plastic. And drill up. Now most of the shavings that come out of the hole will hopefully go into the cup. And then you don't have a whole mess. So that's the mount for the ceiling fan. We got a cup sitting there. Drill the hole, catch most of the shavings from the drill. And then we got to drill from the side, match up to the hole in the middle. So the Romex is going to come across the top up there. I'm going to poke it through this hole. Hopefully I get it to where it matches. That's always the problem, getting it to match. And of course you can't drill that close to the top because there's a ceiling there that makes it difficult. And of course I dropped the cup, so all the stuff that was in it hit the floor.
I have to get something up here, sweep it up.
Good try.
Are we a good puppy dog? Yes, we are. You're just waiting for me, I know.
Yeah, what a good puppy.
Yeah, you are.
She likes to sit on that chair.
And then...
So we got a hole through...
copper piece up.
Hole through the bottom,
here.
hole through the side. And then I got to fish this string through, which you think would be easier, but it's not, because the holes don't line up perfectly. And it just doesn't want to go. So a little fast forward. Okay, a lot of fast forward. Push the string in further. Try to get it connected to that line. Oh, there we go. I think we got it.
Now.
I think we got it. Is it coming down? God, I'm way up here.
No, I don't know if this is going to work or not.
Yep. And paint the Romex black. Get these little squares I made and put them up here until we get the actual ceiling up here to hold the wire up. Because it's going to go in that corner held up by the pine board, hopefully. So we got these little pieces and screws in order to hold it up until we can put the ceiling up. It's temporary. And we don't know how temporary because it wasn't a long enough screw.
Nope, just need a longer screw.
Okay, longer screw. Try it again. Can you tell I don't know what I'm doing? Now I'm pretty sure we're not going to have anything banging into it up here on the top of the ceiling when it's behind the pine board. So I'm not putting it in conduit. And it goes through the hole into the ceiling fan. So that's all we got time for this time. Stay with us. We're going to be doing more. Still not done. So thanks for watching. Subscribe. Hopefully we'll be at 1,000 by now. This one posts. And comment. Give us a thumbs up. and we'll catch you on the next one.